Hello, you are most welcome to today's broadcast on Science of Dominion TV by your regular presenter, Solomon Bamidele. And on this series, Post-Pandemic and Your Finance. Post-Pandemic and Your Finance. Last broadcast, which was on Tuesday, to be precise, we look into the attitude of a victor, the attitude of a victor in this financial world war. We are made to understand in the previous broadcast, in every war, in every battle of life, there will either be a victor or a vanquished. And in order for you to be a victor, you are able to see what sort of attitude you need to possess. And among those attitudes, we talk of the mentality of a farmer, the mentality of a farmer. And under the mentality of a farmer, we look into the seed, the soil, season, and planting and harvest. The seed, the soil, the season, the planting, harvest, and harvest. And of course, the second attitude, we talk of the endurance or the diligence of an athlete. And number three, we talk about the determination of a soldier. So today, we want to consider one of the first mentality of a farmer in detail, which is the seed. One of the mentality of a farmer is the seed. In order for you to succeed in this economic climate, you need to know what is the right seed for this economic climate. What is the right seed for this economic climate? It is possible for you to get the seed right, but the economic climate might not favor your seed. So if the economic climate is not favorable to your seed, i.e., your type of business, your type of job, your type of career, then it is certain that such a seed will either not germinate or will germinate but will not bear fruits. Likewise, in every business, if you don't understand the economic climate of a particular region or location or country, you will not be able to know the right type of seed to plant. You don't just get a seed because you like a particular product. You don't just pick up a seed from that tree and say, oh, I'm going to my country. I'm going to XY country. I'm going to XY location to go and plant it. You need to find out whether the economic climate, the climatic environment of that region will favor your seed. So likewise in every business. So what sort of right of seed do you need for this economic climate? What sort of economic climate are you talking about? Remember, we talk about the internet that has changed the economic climate of our society nowadays. Internet facility, i.e., e-commerce, online banking, online shopping, online business, online everything. Then we talk about the globalization, which is that's under the cloud, what we call cloud globalization, which has made migration to be reversed. Before, people migrate from one country to another. It was people that migrate before. But as a result of cloud or globalization nowadays, it is job that migrate, no longer people. Job migrate to go and meet people where they are. Willis before, it was people that migrate to go and where jobs are. But But nowadays, jobs actually migrate to go and meet people where they are. We're going to see that in detail as time goes on. We're talking about the economic climate. Economic climate. What sort of economic climate are we in? We talk about artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence or robots, which is taking away from human being, taking job or competing with people in the labor market, highly competing with people in the labor market, taking job away from whites, from educated certificate, home people, skilled labor here and there, taking job away from them. So we talk about that one as well. So these are the economic climate we have found ourselves. Nowadays now, put together with the political situations and with the advent of the so-called pandemic COVID-19, that has added to our economic climate. Whether we like it or not, that has seriously affected our economic climate in one way or the other. So, in this economic climate, if you need more of this and some of the seed, what type of seeds, what type of attitude and economic war we are going through, just visit my Facebook account, Solomon Bamidele, Pastor Solomon Bamidele, PhD, and just scroll all through. You will see so many topics we are there with. It will help you to catch up. And of course, my YouTube channel, for you to catch up in case this is your first time of logging in into this broadcast. Now, what sort of seed do we need? Now we are able to see what is the economic climate we are in. So what sort of seed do we need? Now, in the area of the seed, let's quickly consider 1 Chronicles chapter 12, verse 32. Like I told us last time, I love to establish my points, my arguments, my lecture or my presentation on biblical principles. If you know the word of God and you apply the word of God, you can't miss it in life. Anything happening under the heaven, thus far, as much as I know, everything is written in the Bible. There's no knowledge that's not written in the Bible. There's no wisdom that's not written in the Bible. And the application of every knowledge, how to apply, is written in the Bible. So if you understand and you follow the word of God, oh man, it is well with you. 2 Chronicles chapter 12, verse 32. And of the children of Issachar, which were men that had understanding of the times, to know what Israel ought to do, the heads of them were 1,200, and of all their brethren were at their commandment. Take note. And all their brethren were at their commandment. You see? It's men and women that have understanding of the time that will be champion in this economic climate. Men and women, the people, the society will be at your commandment when you have the understanding of the times. You know what is the economic climate and you know the right type of seed to plant. Then the Bible says, and their brethren, they were at their commandment. Why? Because they have understanding of the time. They are their leaders. They are the champion. They are the CEO. They are the employer. They are the president of corporations, leaders in society, decision maker, policy maker. Of course, when you have the goal, you can determine the policy in the society. Why? Because they have understanding of the times. They know what Israel ought to do per time at every season. They will understand the climate, whether the economic or political climate, and they're able to interpret the climate and say, this is what we need to do. This is the type of serious decision to take. That's the Bible. Can you see what I told you last time? There's nothing that we want to discuss about success, about greatness in life. It's in the Bible, in the Word of God. I hope you fall in love and study the Bible. I'm not here to preach, talk about no, but this is in this program. We have to talk about the economic policy, about situation, but there's no way I will not make reference to the Bible, Word of God. I love to establish because that have been my basis of wisdom and understanding, which one I have. Amen. Okay, let's continue. Now, what seed are we talking about? We are talking in terms of what sort of business can you do in this economic climate? You want to go into business. What sort of job must you be considering looking for or go into or be trained for in this sort of economic climate? What sort of job? Number three, what sort of career must you pursue in this type of economic climate? What sort of career? Number four, what sort of services must you engage yourself in this type of career? Well, putting these four together, business, jobs, career, services, I want to put the summary together. Whether you want to go into business, job, career, services, I want to submit that in this my presentation, I would like to put my argument forward that I will encourage that in this economic climate, entrepreneurship will be the order of the day. Entrepreneurship will be the order of the day. Nowadays, the world needs entrepreneur more than ever before. Well, somebody may now ask me, when you talk about entrepreneur, are you talking about everybody's going to business? Being an entrepreneur does not necessarily mean that everybody has to go into business or the other. That's when you have the understanding of the concept of entrepreneurship. You understand that it's different from it's far beyond just everybody going to business. Everybody in the society can become an entrepreneur in one way or the other. In your field of the endeavor, you can become an entrepreneur. No matter what you are practicing as a career, as a profession, no matter the services, everybody can become an entrepreneur. I know. So let's take it one by one. I'm going to, if, of course, in some other episode or something, we have a clear understanding. But let's carry on with this one. What is an entrepreneurship? Let's start from there. An entrepreneurship is an act of able to identify needs and able to meet the need. Is in a simple layman understanding. That's just the meaning of entrepreneurship. Let's forget about the grammatical jargon, the business, the school of business definition, stuff like that. Just in a layman understanding, well, for you to be able to understand it, because of the way we'll be explaining and for you to be able to practice what we are saying, that's just the way of entrepreneurship. An ability to identify a need and able to meet the need is just the way of entrepreneurship. To be an entrepreneur, you have the ability to identify need, to smell a need, to eye a need, or needs in the society. You have the mind to go after the need and meeting the needs, or putting resources together to meet the need. That's what we mean by entrepreneurship. What sort of resources? Your intellectual ability, product and services available, all the resources, the utility, resources available in the society, like the internet, the transportation, and every other thing available. Putting them together to meet such need, we call it you become an entrepreneur. But people that are very highly intelligent, does it mean that career like doctor, nurses are no longer needed? They are needed. So go into entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship will be the order of the day. When you talk about career, what sort of career do we talk about here? The type of career I will advocate that people should try to pursue in this period start to be in the health sector. Number one, health sector. People will only need doctors, people will only need nurses, people will only need health professionals. Why? Because in life, whether you like it or not, the more we use our body, the more the body depreciates. The more the body needs to be serviced. The more the body needs to be serviced. Just like the body has to be serviced and be maintained. Just like we need to service our machinery and maintain our machinery. So the body has to be serviced and to be maintained. And in the process of service and maintaining, that we need to remove some parts need to be worn out, some parts need to be here and there, and things like that. And the people that can do this, they are the doctors, the nurses, the health professionals. So therefore, in as much as we have human beings on this planet Earth, health services will only be needed. And when you talk about health services of the health professional in terms of drug and stuff like that and things like that, this always be needed. So take note. If you want to consider career in this period, I submit health services will be needed. Number two, what sort of career can you pursue? Internet skills. Career on the internet, on the area of internet. Technology is highly needed in this period. And when you go on the area of career, technology, ITs, and stuff like that, information stuff like that, you'd have so many. We have talk of internet security now. We're talking of artificial intelligence. There are people who have to be surfacing the artificial. There are people who have to be writing the programmer. There are people who have to be surfacing the artificial intelligence. There are people who have to be maintaining it. All those things are here and there and there. So under those, we need people like that in this period and time. What also that thing we do need? Of course, we need the legal service people, the legal professionals. In this period, there have been lot of legal issues, legal matters here and there. No matter the legality of the case, we still need people who will be able to read. Of course, artificial intelligence will be going to play a lot of big roles, both in our medical field. There'll be a lot of diagnosis that artificial intelligence carry out. There'll be a lot of operation, a lot of surgery that will be carried out by AI, artificial intelligence. There'll be a lot of medical or some legal issue that artificial will just put in the information. Artificial intelligence will carry out the necessary law, the necessary policy, the necessary regular, whatever they call it. And they bring out the case. But whatever be the case, we still need the legal professionals in this field. What sort of others professional do we need? Like I said last time, in as much as we have people, we need buildings. People have to live in the buildings. People will not live on the road. People have to live in the building. So we need builders, professionals in the area of construction and buildings. They are still needed, much more. I know this as some of the professional career that people doesn't consider before, but they are needed. Oh, a lot of people will be needed in that area. Why? Because of the artificial intelligence, information technology, and say here and there, people will begin to live longer. So the population will be on the growth. I've been on the growth, but now there's going to be explosion in the population. And as a result of the explosion in the populations, we need more accommodations because the people are the population is growing faster than the accommodation being provided. So buildings or builders or construction professional will still be needed. What other area? People in food industry. Anything has to do with people, you can't neglect food. Food and drinks. Food and drinks is needed. Why? Because people will still be alive. People have to eat. We have to eat. That's our day. That's what we work for. So food in the area of food and drinks, these areas are needed. You talk of medication, you talk of food, you talk of, and of course, clothing. Wares will be needed. Not those areas. Things like that will be needed. Now, okay, let me just and other services like transportations, because people have to be transported at there. Of course, as time goes on, we're going to have a lot of self-driving car. Self-driving car, that you just sit down, the car will be driving you up and down. But in that area, we still, of course, that's what we call talk of IE, artificial intelligence, that will such a way that the robots know everything will be programmed into the cars. The car can read your mind. You enter, you tell you'll be able to read your mind and know where you're going. You just enter, and the car is just taking you self-drive. All those things come here. And of course, I hope self aeroplane, self aircraft also be mad. But already there are drive cars on the road. On the road in developed country, there are cars that are self drive. Without a driver, just sit down. It's taking you. They are there. They have it. We have it here and there, just in their minority, in the minority. Okay. Yes. Now, why are we talking about careers, whether you're a professional, whether you are a doctor, whether you're a lawyer, whether you're a businessman, why do you need to be an entrepreneur? It's very simple. Why is entrepreneur the order of the day? Entrepreneur the order of the day simply means any career, any education, any knowledge, any certificate you want to get nowadays, let it be the certificate, the education, the career that you can practice. Any study you want to do nowadays, let it be study. Any knowledge you want to acquire, let it be knowledge. Any education you want to pursue, any certificate you want to have nowadays in this economic climate, it has to be education, knowledge, or certificate that you can practice. If it's not a education or knowledge that you can practice directly, then let it be the one that you can apply in helping you to practice something that is marketable, desirable, sought after, and needed in this economic climate. I need to repeat before I round up. Any education, any profession, any knowledge, any studies that you want to pursue in this time and age, in this economic climate, let it be an education that you can, or certificate that you can practice, you can set up on your own and practice. Or if you cannot practice directly, let it be a knowledge or a certificate that can help you, or you can apply in practicing something that is desirable, marketable, and sought after in this economic climate. It's very important. So I'm talking to parents, we're guiding our children, and I'm talking to the young one. I'm talking to people that want to consider change of career. Anything you want to study, you want to do, let it be something you can practice. The medical doctors, they can establish their own clinic. They can set up their own pharmacists. They can set up their own pharmacy stores and here and there. And when I'm talking about can be an entrepreneur, medical doctor could become an entrepreneur. What is an entrepreneur? Meeting need, not just meeting health wise need right now. Set up a clinic. You can set up your clinic. When you set up your clinic, what are you doing? You are employing people. When you are employing people, you are not just employing people, you are providing jobs in that environment. Well, not just that you are providing job in that environment, you are providing businesses, or you are giving other entrepreneurs opportunity to practice. Why? Because in your hospital, you need people to come and serve you. You need the contractors, you need people to come and deliver this here and there. So, other people, you will need other entrepreneurs. If you're a lawyer, you set up your firm. If you are an accountant, well, of course, I mentioned that as well. You set up your own firm. So something you can practice. An educationalist, you set up your own educational center. I know nowadays school is coming out of buildings here and there. So schools has gone beyond the building right now. It's on the internet, online studies here and there. But we still need educationalists here. Okay. Now, what's long and short of the story for today? Before I stop, and next on Saturday, we still continue on the right job or the right seed for this economic climate. Listen, passion is no longer enough for success in today's economic climate. Passion is no longer enough for success for today or in today's economic climate. You can be passionate about a career, about a business, about a skill, about a product and services. But you need to remember that such a skill, product, services must be in demand and is needed and is marketable. So you don't just go into a profession, you don't just go into business, you don't just go into services because you are passionate about it. Yeah, it's good to be passionate about it. You don't just go and study a course because you are passionate about it. Yes, you have to be passionate about your course of study in schools, in universities. But passion is no longer sufficient. If what you are passionate about is not needed in the area where you are, or is no longer needed, or maybe it's out of date, it's obsolete already in the job market, in the present economic climate, if it's not welcome, so what do you want to do with it after you have acquired the certificate? After you have acquired the knowledge and you cannot practice it, or you cannot apply the knowledge, practice it there. So what's the essence of the passion about? So let's take note of that. It's not just enough to be passionate that I want to do this. I'm passionate about this. Yeah. Is there a market for it? Is it in demand? Will it solve problem? Will it meet needs? These are the things you need to consider under this topic. Because of my time, I have to stop. Next week, we are going to continue on this type of business, the type of jobs, the type of career, and the type of services we can think that people should consider in this economic climate. Listen, what we are saying is just an advice or suggestion. You are free to do more research just to help you to enhance your research and study. Let me let's stop today with this Bible passage. In case you are not sure of what to do, I want to submit that ask God for direction. Ask God for direction or consult God through His Word. God is a specialist in guiding His children to choose the right seed for every economic climate. God is a specialist. And is a specialist in helping his children to excel in their various field of their day. I have known God for that. So, all your knowledge, all your getting, always ask for direction from God. Look at Isaiah chapter 48, verse 17. Isaiah 48, 17. Thus said the Lord, the Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. I am the Lord your God, which teaches you to profit. Can you see it? And which lead you by the way that you should go. Can you see? God can tell you the profession to practice in this economic climate. All you need to just go before Him and ask Him. He will teach you, He will guide you, and He will direct you. My name is Solomon Bamidele. Don't forget the topic for today. The right seed for this present economic climate. The right seed for this present economic climate. We are going to continue because we have so much to discuss on this. This is just part one. We continue on Saturday by the grace of God. Please, as soon as I drop, like I say, keep on sharing and go to my YouTube page. When you get there, go there and subscribe. When you subscribe, you'll be able to be informing you of more happening, more topics here and there, and able to access all other topics that we have been treating, not just on this alone. We have talked about depression, anxiety, during lockdown, and post-lockdown here and there. So many things are going to benefit when you sign up. Please just subscribe. And I love you. Solomon Bamidele is my name. Until I come your way next week, that is on Saturday, during the next episode. Keep staying safe and be alive. God bless you.